Hello, hello. Welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Vampire the Masquerade Burn It Down. I am your storyteller, Scott. Before I bring on my players, I want to wish everyone out there in the internet land is being healthy, being safe, staying indoors, washing their hands, doing everything that the medical authorities of your country are recommending. And on that note, I wanted to make something explicit out of game. Uh, there's already in this game the plotline of a biological supernatural contagion, as we've been discussing and revealing in the previous couple of games. I wanted to let everyone know out there that COVID-19, or the coronavirus, is not going to be a thing in this version of the World of Darkness. There would be some interesting synergies, but we are nowhere near in the time when playing with that notion is appropriate. Real people are suffering and dying as a result of it, so I had to think like this much about whether or not I would do it or not, and I very quickly came on the side of being sane. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and introduce our lovely players.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm McKenna. I play Cadence, Manic Pixie Trash Gangrel, and she is here to punch someone's teeth in.
Hey everybody, I'm James Davey. I play Alex Mars, your trance hop DJ slash Malkavian seer, and I'm here to get my teeth punched in.
Yes. Hi, my name is Mo, and I'm going to be playing Willow today. And she just U-hauled into her new house with a Ravnos. Things are looking okay.
Yeah, it's going to be good. That's fine.
It's fine.
And we have a new, exciting player joining us as our fourth core cast member.
I'm Austin, and today I'm going to be playing Roman Semenov, a Hecata former baron who is coming into town and trying to get set up here in Atlanta, because it's got to be better here than in Newark, right?
Right.
Right?
So, we're gonna bring you into the story pretty quick there, Roman. But first, I have a question for the other players. We've just come off a pretty long and long series of downtime, and one thing that never really got discussed was the fact that you guys have a pretty reliable method of communicating with other members of the Anarch movement, which is that sort of black box laptop that we discussed that makes its rounds amongst the city. It's not instantaneous, it takes, it has to travel physically.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to know is, given what you guys have learned about the, schemes of the Camarilla, the apparent malfeasance of your local baron, and the various other sundry terrible things that you've learned about what's happening in Atlanta, how much and to who have you said about what's going on in the city?
I was under the impression that we didn't want to say too much now because we don't know how within the Baron's hands people are. Is that what we
Yeah.
like? What are you guys thinking about that?
I think we were waiting to go completely public on what we've discovered until we were sure that the rest of the coterie leaders in Atlanta wouldn't, shank us on sight on the Baron's orders.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex, does that track with you?
Yeah, I don't know that I really talk to many anarchs outside of my coterie right now.
Gotcha. Okay. That's just I wanted to know. That sort of level sets things for our new player a bit. Speaking of which, Roman, you've been in the city for a couple of weeks now. It's about mid-December. But we're going to rewind time a little bit to when you came into the city for the first time. You came in via basically like a sealed off moving van that was bringing some of your stuff and some other illicit things for the Anarch movement. And, it's sealed off, it's pretty secure, so you don't really know exactly where you are It's probably not a good idea to keep track of things like on a cell phone or anything, because
Right.
kind of defeats the purpose. So some indeterminate amount of time in between when you left whatever city you left and got to Atlanta, the cargo truck would have pulled off to the side somewhere, stayed there for about maybe about 20 minutes, not moving, and you hadn't really had an opportunity to like talk to the driver or anything because you're in there pretty tight,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear the locks on the outside begin to disengage, and you hear the back of the truck roll up back entrance start to roll up pretty slowly. How do you respond?
So I'm going to assume that I am behind some of my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
just to keep things pretty safe.
Mm-hmm.
I I think the first thing I would try to do is if it is in fact nighttime and like I'm awake,
Yeah,
obviously.
you're awake. You've
Uh,
been awake for about 2 hours or so.
okay. I would probably keep my stuff down, like just and anything that I have on me that might make any significant noise or anything like that. I'd put that away, and or light as the case may be, and I just sort of sit in the back and I try to identify whoever is opening this up. Like,
Okay.
is it the driver? Is it multiple people? That's pretty important. That sort of thing.
So you're staying pretty quiet and just sort of keeping your eyes and your ears open.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so about halfway, when it gets about up to about halfway, you hear a very heavy, familiar, forceful voice sort of ring out from the back of the truck and says, "Hey, Roman." You recognize this as the voice of Theo Bell.
Oh, okay. I I go. Hey Theo. Shit.
Hey,
I
man, I'm gonna come into your little hidey hole for a bit. All right?
yeah.
Cool, cool.
Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, man, you know how it is. Glad. Thank you for not shooting my head off.
Yeah,
And
well, you know,
and
I'm
it,
loaded back here.
yeah, you better be. So the door rolls up the rest of the way. You feel the truck move under the not insubstantial weight of Mr. Bell, and he kind of comes in, walks in, and just sort of gets into about the center and waits for you to come out.
Yeah, I'll probably try to meet him in the middle.
Yeah.
Just kind of like uh walking over some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
getting around some other stuff,
Right.
and just walking out somewhat indignantly,
Sure.
like just
Yeah.
like as cool as he looked, I don't look that cool. Like,
Gotcha. Yeah, he's just sort of standing there pretty stoically, just sort of waiting for you to do your thing. He's not judging or snickering at you or anything like that. He gets
mhm,
it.
yeah.
And he's all
Just
like,
trying to make sure that my shirt's not getting caught on stuff and
hmm
and all that. And
he's all like,
yeah, so I meet him in the middle.
he's like, cool, man. So we're in Athens right now. It's about maybe an hour and change out from the city. Um, I just wanted to touch base with you, man, before you got into the shit.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
Well, man, you know how we talked about Atlanta, how things were going all fucky, how we were hearing weird shit coming out
Hmm.
of the city about things working a little too well, and some suspicions about maybe some bullshit going on with the Baron. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a team in there. They've been here for a little over a year. We've heard a couple things from them, not a lot. So uh, I definitely want you to make contact with them. That tells me that could be a couple things. Them being silent like that. So I'm going to want you to touch base with them, do whatever you can to assess their situation. If they seem like they're fucking around, then that's something I need to know immediately. If not, do what you can to earn their trust. See what they know.
You bet. Will do.
And if they're on the up and up, I want you to help them, because Salvador's behind them. Fucking Anita's behind them. This old ass Malk, who's kinda with us but really not, is with them. So you need to, if we got a chance, they're a good one.
All right. I'm real good at making friends, so.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I put you on this.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, there's kind of a reason I haven't sent anybody associated with me into this situation yet, and I thought it was appropriate for you to hear it from me, since it's going to represent a little bit of danger on your part.
Go on.
So me and the prince, we aren't too friendly. Adea, she's the child of old associate of mine back from my tower days, Mr. Jan Peterzoon. Now I know the scuttlebutt is that when I off Hardestat, that I offed him too. And I don't think she believes, or anyone really believes me when I say I didn't do that.
Right. I gotcha. Believe me.
So that's why I haven't stuck my neck around. I didn't want to cause problems. That's why I haven't sent anybody close to me in there yet, because that would cause problems. So I'm going to trust you with something, all right? This is a card that I'm going to give you, and I want you to keep it close to your vest unless you need it, okay?
All right.
So here's the deal. I didn't kill Jan. Jan isn't dead. I know he isn't dead. And if you get into the shit, if you get into some problems with the prince or any of her cronies about this, then I give you the okay to tell the prince that. Just the prince, because this is a matter of blood.
Sure.
You tell her that if she wants to get in contact with me, I can get her in contact with him.
So you know where he is and all that other stuff. You know what? That's none of my business.
That's right. That's right. It ain't. That's right. It ain't. All right, man. Anything you need from me?
At the moment, nah, not really.
All right, man, because we're not going to be in contact from here on out, really.
Sure.
There's the black box that runs around. You can get me a message if you trust it, but I got to be hands-off about Atlanta, you know?
I understand.
All right, man. You get back into your hidey hole.
All right. Be well.
You too. And yeah, you crawl back in. The door slams shut, and about maybe 5 minutes later, the truck gets on its way. So you've been in Atlanta now a couple weeks. End of November, early December. Laying low, getting the lay of the land. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. That's more or less the plan. Just setting up my haven and basically shipping things in as slowly and discreetly as I can.
Right. There's plenty of unclaimed territory in Atlanta. Stuff that's nominally anarch but doesn't have any particular gang association with it. So your city, your haven can be pretty much anywhere, with some exceptions. If you ever have any idea about where you want that to be, you can let me know, or I could just come up with something and let you know where a good place would be.
Sure. Yeah, that second option is probably better because I'm not familiar with the area at all. Outside of game.
So for right now, we'll just say it's sort of nebulously somewhere in the north of the city.
Sure.
But yeah. So what have you been up to? Where have you been kind of putting your feelers out?
Basically, I think the first thing, once I feel comfortable enough with the geography and like once I feel like I know my way around a little bit, at least from like the living half of the equation, I would probably start trying to find this team that Theo mentioned.
Okay. That it takes a little bit of time. You basically have to kind of show up to the Anarch Elysium. Actually, give me a charisma persuasion roll.
Alrighty.
Just kind of see how you filter that out.
And what is my hunger currently at?
Currently, you're at hunger 1.
Okay. Two successes.
2 successes. Yeah, you basically ask around about newcomers, people who aren't really who haven't been here for a while, and you learn that there's a group of kindred that hang out in a place of town called Cabbage Town, and sort of some of the surrounding neighborhoods. They've expanded a little bit from there, but Cabbage Town is kind of like the hub of their domain.
Okay.
And you think you can probably get a message their way. Yeah, there's some like local Anarch communication. We've lovingly called it like Vampire Slack or Anarch Discord,
Sure.
which you could get on to maybe send a message if you want. Another thing that you kind of, as a sense of self-preservation, I'm going to assume that you would try and figure out what members of the family are in town.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you are able to find that out fairly easily. You're still kind of in this sort of wiggle room after what the Hecata call the family reunion, where they've kind of opened their doors, settled a bunch of old debts, and kind of opened their arms wide for the family. So you think that you have maybe, you don't know how much time you have left before the fact that you're like an actual anarch really kind of sets you apart from the rest of the family, but you know that time is coming. So you have enough wherewithal to like put the feelers out and get some answers. And you discover that there are 2 main groups of the Hecata in Atlanta and the Atlanta area. The first is kind of an independent coterie called the Four Horsemen, who exist in a place called Oakland, which is actually very close to Cabbage Town. There's a big cemetery in that neighborhood, and a lot of funeral parlors. And from what you can tell, from what you've heard, they're kind of a big neutral party in city politics. They handle basically wraith shit for everyone in the city, and have arranged sort of neutrality with the Cam, the Anarchs, and the Sabbat to do that. The second group is much more Giovanni heavy, and they are in an area of the city called Marietta, which is outside of Atlanta proper, but still in the metro area.
Yeah.
And that has a lot of there's a big Confederate cemetery there, and a lot of like old money in that area of the city. While that's all Hecata, there's those sort of 2, because the Four Horsemen have a lot of sort of the offshoots. Like you've heard there's a Semenov, there's like a Harbinger, and one of them is actually not even a member of the family. They're actually a Serpent of the Light, an old ex-Serpent of the Light. But are sort of ingrained with that. They're kind of off on one side of things, but the actual like Giovanni led part of that is up in the north of the city in Marietta.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, with that in hand, you're able to get a message. What do you say? What do you put out to this group of kindred?
Basically as simple as I can, an introduction, and I would like to express a desire to meet up because we have similar interests, and I pretty much make it clear I'm new in town, and I'm working for a mutual friend who wants to see what you guys want to see.
Okay. I'm assuming that Willow's going to be the one to actually like pick up on that message.
Yeah. She'll be like, "Oh my god, another out of towner. Fun, fun." And he wants to meet us, the unnamed group of Cabbage Town anarchs. Love it.
Yeah.
I'm probably like sitting with Ileana. Like, she's my new best friend.
Mhm.
She's my emotional support person. I
Yeah.
need her right now in this very trying time.
She is 100% there for you, and she's like, well, that's kind of fucky. I guess we should tell the others.
Yeah. Okay, put your shoes on. Let's go.
She kind of rolls her eyes and puts her Crocs on.
Are we domestic now? Oh no.
She's all
I
like,
said it-
"Oh, sweetie, just wait for it."
Oh, I know it. This happens every fucking time. And she gets in her van or she gets in her car and then like probably calls Cadence
Okay.
to just be like, "Hey, I'm coming over and you're gonna want to see what I see.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. Out of town."
Okay. Yeah. So you show up at the Haven with Ileana. I'm assuming Alex and Cadence are there, just doing their thing. And yeah. So I assume you show her that message that you got.
So he wants to meet up. You interested?
Sure, I'll meet him.
Since
Is he going to
I-
try to kill us?
I don't know.
what does the text say?
It essentially just says, "Hey, I'm new. I'm out of town. And I'm looking to interact with your group." Essentially,
I mean, we better
yeah.
before the Baron can get his claws into this guy.
You know what? Good fucking move. Should we invite him here? Have we cleaned upstairs?
Yeah, upstairs is pretty established now. It's in that sort of community center, like rave event space mode.
Mhm.
So it's pretty tight up there.
Like,
Hmm.
there isn't currently glow sticks all over the floor right now, is there? Like, it's like an acceptable sort of way to meet someone new, right?
I don't know, Alex. Is there a bunch of glow sticks on the floor?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, there's totally some glow sticks on the floor.
Okay, cool.
We can clean them up.
All right, yeah. So I guess I'm gonna give him the address to come by, say hi,
Hmm.
see what he has to say.
All right.
All right, I'm excited.
I'll go get on glow stick sweeper duty.
Me too. I'm super embarrassed by this. Like, every time she looks at that space, she's like, "I remember when it was an empty, dusty warehouse, and I loved it. And now it looks less dusty, but definitely more lived in, and I hate it."
Right. So Roman, you get a message back. Does the message come directly from Willow, or is it just sort of like a undifferentiated group ID?
I don't know. Can I do it from Madison's?
You absolutely can do it from Madison's.
I'll do it from Madison's.
Okay.
Let's keep up the illusion. Nothing happened, guys.
So
It's fine.
yeah, Roman, you get a message from some guy named Madison, who he sends you an address in Cabbage Town of some warehouse. Like you do a quick Google on it, and it's like a warehouse that's recently been tricked out for like raves and community events.
All right. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Guess
Okay.
I'll meet up with these guys now.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to. How do you drive? How do you get around? Do you like just take an Uber? Do you have a car? Well, how does Roman get around town?
He probably doesn't have a car yet, and so he'll probably go with Uber, which has been a lifesaver over the course of the past few years.
Everywhere you
I
need
don't
to
know
be.
how we got around without it.
So yeah, it takes maybe about 20 minutes, maybe 30 to get down there. And the exterior is pretty much still like broke ass warehouse, but it's been recently like the fence is new, Like the fence around the area is new. The parking lot has been sort of repaved. Um,
Has better security
better
now.
security system. Like you see, there's some cameras that look pretty new. Um, and like the doors have been redone and reinforced. Like the window, there's no broken windows anywhere. Um, so it's a sort of this combination of really old and busted, but like quickly and recently refurbished.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, the Uber guy drops you off outside, and I'm assuming someone had the wherewithal to like uh, unlock the outside fence.
Mm-hmm.
I might meet him outside.
Okay,
It really depends. Like I think I'll sort of like peek out to see like when somebody comes,
sure.
and then like as as he shows up or whatever, I'll like open the door.
All right. So what does she see when she looks out and sees you, Roman?
So Roman is about he's about 6'2". He's pretty tall. Uh I don't know if I'd say you could tell he was like muscular based off of what he wears. He typically dresses pretty heavily. Nice he's wearing at the moment a nice business blazer. Underneath is like a button down shirt. And he generally will wear a coat over that, uh, so he looks like he's carrying a lot of weight at the moment. He's got kind of slicked back white hair. His face is real messed up. Uh, Everything except for his smile, which looks great. Uh, but he's got a pretty beaten up face. He looks like he's been in a fight or two. And he's got a crooked nose from his boxing days, and he's just sort of standing out, giving a little tweedle hi to the camera.
Cash. All right, I'm gonna go let him in.
Ileana like stands up and goes with you to meet him.
Oh, thank you.
So
Get a
yeah,
load
so
of this
the
guy.
front of the warehouse opens, and you see two women come out. One of them she's a little on the short side. She looks like she was at one point a very beautiful Eastern European woman. Um, Not because of the was isn't because of any like aging or anything. It sort of looks like she's had a real hard life, like rode
Mm-hmm.
hard and put away wet.
Yep.
Kind of look. Like there's a nice scar going down, like bifurcating her lips, and
Mm-hmm.
she just has this sort of very rough and rugged. Like there's been a lot of wear on this woman, and she's kind of wearing very kind of bohemian but muted colors, um, clothing. And next to her is Willow.
Howdy.
What is
Should I
Willow?
describe Willow?
Yes, please do.
Oh, Willow is a relatively tall female with bleached out, dry white hair. Um, a perpetual sort of like sad, hollowed out look, and she's probably wearing like a Gucci tracksuit or something. If I'm gonna assume that she was gonna meet someone tonight, yeah, she's wearing Gucci flip flops.
Yes, D, she is wearing chow Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, so the two of you come out, sort of to the opening of the fence, and meet him there.
Howdy.
Hey, Roman. He extends his hand.
Willow. And she sort of puts her hand through the fence before she opens it up. Well, before she opens it up, she says, "So, is this just a friendly meeting?"
Yeah. I'm here by myself. I was told to get in touch with you guys.
Ooh, fun. Everyone's going to want to hear that. She undoes some of the locks and lets him in.
Okay.
Roman sort of looks around. Nice place. This draw a lot of people.
Oh, it's party fucking central every fucking night. It never fucking quits.
Cool.
Yeah.
One of the windows upstairs breaks.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And so, yeah, I'll follow them inside.
All right. I sort of like let him into the
Okay.
the main
So
room.
yeah, you come into the sort of the main area, and it looks it looks pretty upscale, like pretty decked out to throw some parties. Alex, are there any like distinguishing features of the main party area that would stand out?
There's a dance floor that probably has some people passed out on it right now, and Alex is standing up at the table spinning, kind of oblivious to everything going on around him. The sound equipment for this, I mean, it's a nice house, but the sound equipment is very, very high-end sound equipment. It's probably the most intense thing that stands out.
Okay. And what does Alex look like when Roman sees him?
So Alex is about 5'10", slender. He's got closely cropped shock white hair. He's got deep black eyes, and he's got tattoos. He's got a very colorful sleeve tattoo. He's wearing a white t-shirt. He's in pretty good shape. Very thin though, and he's got tattoos running down both arms. Very colorful tattoos, but also, if your character is at all into electronics, dance music, trap, trance, anything like that, you recognize this guy. He's actually a pretty well-known DJ.
I don't think Roman is. He's a little older. He was I believe he was probably sired in the early 60s, if I'm remembering correctly. No, it would be the late 60s. So,
Right on.
And so, he's got a bit. His tastes are a bit older, and so he
wouldn't recognize him.
Okay. So is Cadence anywhere in this room to be seen?
Probably. She's probably got like a metal folding chair just like leaned back against a wall with her legs crossed and like
intimidating.
Just legs crossed, arms crossed, just like watching the door with this, just sort of blank face.
So what does Roman see when she sees Cadence?
She is a short girl around between 18 and 19 years old, a little bit tanner skin, hair that's never been brushed successfully ever down to her just below her chin, a really ratty green blanket scarf, black t-shirt, torn up jeans, and the hat.
Cool. So this is the scene that you come into.
Look at this fucking motley crew. Love it.
As I sort of look around, like I'm not unfamiliar with anarch gangs, and so this is kind of like, oh yeah, this almost feels like home in a sort of way. Everybody is very kind of ragtagged, and he just sort of looks around, says hi to the ones he can immediately identify as kindred, and he will kind of go out of his way to introduce himself to anybody who is not like just down on the ground, passed out.
Yeah, there's maybe a half a dozen people passed out, sort of just in kind of the areas where such things are appropriate to be. But yeah.
I screamed to Alex, "Come down and meet us in the office." Do I get through to Alex at all?
You're muted, man.
You're muted.
Oh, yeah, you totally get through to him. He notices, and then he moves to comply, trips on a cord, and falls.
Oh shit!
Oh my
You need a
God.
hand there?
He laughs at himself and gets up and falls again. He's very clearly high.
Oh my God. Did I mention that someone was coming today?
You did.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that was today. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Roman.
No, English. Oh, your name is okay. Right
My name.
on. Yeah, neat.
So you mentioned the office. Are you like taking them to like sort of the official office, or are you
Like
taking
an
them
official
downstairs?
office, not downstairs yet. I'm taking him like an official meeting room office.
Yeah, there are a couple of like office meeting areas, kind of in the upper levels, that you can take them up to. Yeah, and I'm assuming like this part is very much like simple business area where you've got chairs, you've got a table. It's pretty no bones about it, a place where people can meet and talk.
So yeah, she kind of like pushes everybody into the office and like closes the door. All right. So, what did you want to talk about?
Yeah. I'm like I said, I am new in town. I'm trying to get set up on the north side of Atlanta currently. And I was told that you guys would be worth getting in touch with. Maybe we could do a little bit of resource trading, some sharing, some basically, I'm in the neighborhood to make friends.
You been to see the Baron yet?
I have not.
You've had a brief meeting with the Baron.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He kind of mandated it.
Yep.
He actually told you where to put your haven. Since you weren't an actual gang, he would just like be here for a bit.
Yeah.
And it, yeah, Baron Tran, you didn't get much of an impression of the guy. He didn't have much time for you.
Yeah, I've spoken with him briefly, not in any sort of extensive manner, but I've heard that there are some problems that the anarchs of Atlanta are currently experiencing, and I'm a bit of a problem solver, and so
Did someone sponsor you to come down here?
yes.
Because I had been asking Salvador. I recall very clearly asking him for help, and I'm just wondering if this is it.
Not Salvador.
Okay, who?
A friend of Salvador's.
He has a lot of friends.
He does. And that's one of them.
You don't feel comfortable saying?
Not at the moment, no. You understand.
That's fair.
I suppose.
Well,
I just kind of want to know.
In due time.
In due time.
In any case, I heard that you all are doing a pretty good job of getting some real work done as far as it pertains to fixing this Atlanta problem. And I just wanted to make myself available to you as a resource.
What do you have? What do you do?
I have money. I have guns. I have a way with people.
you look like you're pretty good in a fight.
Mm-hmm. You a tough guy?
I've lost more fights than I've won, but I don't stop fighting.
That'll do.
I also have lost a lot more fights than I've won.
Alex is a lover, not a fighter, though.
It's true.
It is.
Try to be, but people make it hard.
All right, so you have money, you have guns. We have money and we have guns.
Oh, great. Together we have a lot of money and a lot of guns.
I'm going to have to know who sent you here. I'm sorry. I know this is like a super weird, hard-ass thing to do, but given a lot of circumstances, I would really like to know before I throw my dice in with anybody.
Well, let's just say you've probably heard of him, and he's from up north, and he wants to help you, which means I want to help you.
My God. You're not going to give me anything.
Nope. That's gonna eat it. That's just gonna eat at her. You have no idea. You have no idea, dude.
I mean, I'm sure everybody here understands the I'm new. I'm from out of town sort of shtick. Everybody's done it, right?
I've heard it 1,000 times myself.
You are who you know.
Fair. Theo Bell.
That's all I wanted. Fuck, that was simple.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, no. If you fuck with Theo, cool.
I remember him.
You know what?
I remember him.
Oh, yeah. Alex's memories about Theo Bell were probably fairly terrifying.
They were, in fact, yes.
What, you know? Is this like a private conversation, you know him, or like a fun, like you have like a fun story, you know him?
We haven't known each other long. I'm afraid I'm a tool in his pocket at the moment.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
So
we can exchange numbers or whatever.
Great.
So I got some questions if you don't terribly mind.
Oh, not at all.
So what specifically have you heard about what's going on here in this beautiful shithole of a city?
I hear the Baron's acting a bit strange. I hear that things were looking good, maybe a little too good, and that I should look into that a little bit. Like I said, my meeting with the Baron was unfortunately pretty short, but he seems like a busy guy.
Well, piece of advice: try to avoid him if you can.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself.
And the fact that you are admitting that he seems off is
well, that's not necessarily the impression I got from him.
Well,
I got a busy impression. However, other people have told me that he seems off.
Okay. Well, the fact that you are saying that gives me a little bit of confidence, because he is most certainly off, and you came to the right people first, I think.
Yeah.
I should give Mr. Bell my gratitude.
Yeah. Cool. Well, this
So,
is convenient. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you a charming man?
You tell me.
I can't tell. Are you a charming man?
That's kind of a strange thing to say about oneself. I like to believe I'm a little more modest than that.
I like you.
Is he charming?
Hey, he likes me.
I
He's
mean,
all right.
he seems like a guy in a suit. He's got good manners, and
Is he Madison charming though?
No one is Madison charming.
Madison. Yeah. Where's he at?
Sleeping.
Oh, well, he sent me the message. So
Oh yeah. He's very sorry he cannot be here at this moment.
Cadence just gives Willow the most confused look, like, what the
Cadence does that from one side and Alex does it from the other.
like, what are you trying to play at? Is what her eyes are saying.
He's very preoccupied, and he's very sorry that he can't be here right now to greet you formally.
Sure, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, tell him I said hi.
I will.
We'll do our best to get that message to him.
We're all laughing.
Oh God.
So while you're all kind of reveling in the awkwardness, Ileana stands up and she says, If you all don't mind, I have my own ways of assessing newcomers.
Please.
By all means.
She stops up to you, Roman, and she speaks in Russian, and she says, "Do you dance?"
Let's see.
She
That's
grabs
definitely.
your hand and puts it on her waist,
Oh,
and then
hi.
puts her hand out in sort of the traditional waltz pose.
I reach and I reach and I grab her hand.
Okay,
Oh my god.
Roman, you start to hear the slow sounds of violin, beginning a very slow waltz beat, waltz tone. The rest of you do not hear this, by the way.
We just see them.
Yeah. And like Ileana just kind of lets you lead.
Mm-hmm. It's probably been a little while, and so he's not a great dancer, but he's trying to think back to what little Russian he knows, that he picked up from his parents, and he's like, do you maybe it's dance. Since we're dancing right now, it's probably dance. let me see what I can remember.
Okay.
And so he's trying to come up with something like something not snide, but something charming to say in Russian that he can think of from way back forever ago when he used to
give
Russian
me a charisma. I want to say persuasion, but I don't know if there's a better skill for that. For being charming. If there's yeah, give me a charisma etiquette.
Etiquette. Okay, I've got dice for that.
Yeah, that feels about right.
Okay, I got 3 successes.
3 successes. Language barrier aside, you manage something pretty charming. If you have any ideas about what that is, I'd love to hear them.
I just say I do, rather than say rather than answer like, do you dance? Because I'm still not 100% sure dance was the last word she said. I just caught the do you because that's probably pretty common language. So I just say I do to what? I don't know.
Fair enough.
But as long as she thinks I know, that's all that matters.
Yeah, you're able to infer what she's asking for and what she's going for.
Mm-hmm.
And she lets you lead her into. It's still, the violins are still kind of slow. You don't see any speakers in this room, by the way. Like there's no obvious sense of where these violins are coming for. And as you start to sort of do this sort of slow square waltz around this little patch of office space, the violins slowly start to get faster and faster and faster. And you're just at sort of the point where you're feeling like your sort of basic knowledge of how to move your body is starting to get strained. But she's still letting you lead the dance.
Yeah.
So are you just going with it? Are you going to try any flourishes? How are you handling this situation?
I'm trying to keep up with the music as I hear it. And I think once the music hits like a sort of like crescendo, I'm going to try to I'm going to go ahead and like dip her.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a, let's say, Dex Athletics to pull that off.
3 successes.
3 successes. You pull off a wonderful dip. but the music does it sounded like a nice crescendo, but it just rolls back in to an even faster repetition. If anyone out here has ever heard the song Korabushka, that is what is playing by now. I look it up, especially the version by a band called Bond, is my favorite. It's a cool kind of string electronica fusion. But anyway, so yeah, the music just starts to get faster and faster and faster with every repetition of this song. And at this point, I'm gonna need you another Dex Athletics to physically being able to keep up
Just
with
keep
this
up,
music,
yeah.
because it is it is coming to a very breakneck pace.
Okay.
Dance till you drop, like all the people outside.
Yeah, 2 successes that time.
2 successes. You're able to maintain the pace. You don't think you can try anything fancy, but you are able to keep up, and she's still letting you lead and letting you keep up with the pace of the music. She's not guiding you or forcing you or doing anything along the lines. She is just being there as your dance partner. And she very calmly says in Russian, she says, "What are your loyalties?" If you would like an intelligence academics roll, since you're not super good at Russian, I'll give you that.
Yeah, let me do that then.
So all interviews, of course, have 2 parts. The first part is where you introduce yourself, and the second part is where you're forced to dance and speak in a foreign language. All interviews and admissions to gangs and anarchs happen like this.
Yeah,
we know this is fact. Yeah.
So it is. Right.
I got 1 success.
That's a pretty simple statement, and you're able to parse that.
Yeah, I definitely caught loyalty, and I repeat. I essentially say almost. It's probably a little broken grammatically, but I say I am loyal to the loyal.
Okay.
Okay. There is a. Normally, this song goes in a very even progression of speed. It just jumped 4 different spaces in the song, so it is now incredibly whirling fast. Give me another Dex Athletics.
Okay. 2 successes.
Yeah, you stumble a bit. You're not able to fully keep up with the pace of this. You're not falling on your ass or anything, but you're not hitting every step. You're kind of careening around. And it's at this point, assuming you let her, that she does switch and take up the leading position. And she spins you around like a top, and then pulls you into a dip. And as you almost hit the floor, she lets you go just a little bit and then grabs you by the hair, and supports you that way. And then the music reaches its true full crescendo, and then she just sort of lets you down onto the ground.
Oh well, and
she looks back to the rest of them and she says in English, "He can dance."
Well, that's great to know. It's a wonderful skill to have.
Just standing up awkwardly behind her as everybody's just like judging. He's a little embarrassed. He's like pushing his hair back and dusting himself off.
She says, "I am Ileana, by the way."
Roman.
I heard.
So, I can dance. You guys can dance. Dance party?
Right. And I go start spinning dance music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apparently there are actual speakers in this room. Because Alex just plugs his phone into somewhere and starts
jacks his phone into the
conference.
the conference caller, and we're just like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
This is the price of living with Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're a pleasure. All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah, you could fuck with us.
You
all set up. What were you saying, Cadence?
No, you continue. I'll pick up after you're done.
Oh, Cadence. I was just gonna ask him like if you have a place to live.
Yeah, I'm
How's that
staying
going
in a
for
place
you?
right now.
Okay, cool.
Sweep it for bugs.
Yes, please do that. Did the Baron tell you where you were supposed to live?
Yeah, he sent me. He got me in touch with a place.
Oh yeah, then you
There are
should
definitely bugs in it.
Yeah, just tear it apart. Just really.
Will do. And so, what kind of hiding places does the Baron like to put these bugs in?
Our last one was in a ceiling.
Yeah, ceiling.
Yeah, it looked like a Nintendo. If that helps.
It was a game console.
Nintendo. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what those look like.
Are you an old? I'm sorry, that was so rude. Are you an old man?
Do
you need help to sweep?
You know what? That would be great. A little bit of help from people who might be a little more familiar with that sort of thing than I am.
No, wait. Did they send us someone very old? This is super rude. Are you super old?
I'm not super old. I just like.
That's disappointing.
I just I didn't get into as much of the technology stuff until much more recently, and so there's a lot of that I missed out on.
Technology stuff. I love that. Sorry, she's being an asshole. Sorry, Mo says sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me. I know what this is. And so
no, we're just giving you a hard time. Next thing you know, we're gonna make Cadence beat you up. I mean, it's just the Anarch way.
Yeah, I know how this goes.
It's just
one of you makes me dance. One of you makes fun of everything that I know. Another one's gonna take me out into an alley and punch me. Like, this is just how it goes.
You joke.
I've been in some gangs.
You joke, but no, seriously, if you do anything that negatively impacts this little group of folks right here, I will take you out back and slit your throat.
Yeah.
She 100% will do that. I have seen her do that. I mean, I have not seen her. Anyway, don't.
Some things you should know. Because I didn't properly introduce myself. These are things that may come up. They may not. But if we're going to be working together in any sort of capacity, it's best you know. I'm a member of the Hecata. That's the new name. If you'd asked me before, I'd have told you that I am a member of the Giovanni. Nominally.
Oh, are you a black sheep?
I've never really been a member of the Giovanni. I'm not related to them, if you catch my meaning. But my sire is related to them. And if they know about me, which I'm sure they do, they haven't gone out of their way to get in touch with me.
Oh, okay. I'm sure there's no doubt that they will be at your door.
Where are you from?
Any day, any night.
Newark, New Jersey.
All right.
I used to be the Baron of Newark, and now I'm not.
Can I ask about that?
You can.
Was it a coup?
It was a coup.
Yikes.
Cammy Fucks got into my group, and I am told that their connections within my connections helped them give me the boot.
Wow.
Well, you have my condolences.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Man, so your own gang. Oh, that's.
Yep, they wanted a cushier spot, and
Bitches.
Sold you on the river.
Yeah, that's what happened.
All right.
I don't feel bad about it. No reason for you guys to feel bad about it.
Oh, in California, everybody's an ex-baron.
Mm-hmm.
When you're the baron of the 7-Eleven parking lot, baron of the 99-cent store parking lot, whatever.
Well, the past is past, and the future is hopefully now.
No, I think the future is no, because no, see, now is now, and the future would be later.
Well,
I understand how you made that mistake, though, because
based off of when I had said it, is not the future now.
Oh, they're gonna get into it.
I have to think about this.
I said it in the past.
He just slides his earphones up with a very contemplative look and starts spinning again.
Oh no, he's gonna be on that all night.
Alex, right? In your earphone, kind of like a subtone, you hear a voice that you recognize. It's actually Ileana's voice. Just sort of say, "Hey man, can we get a read on this guy?"
I'm trying really hard. I don't know. I'm doing the goofy fool thing to see if I can, I don't know, shake him loose, but he's holding himself in very well, but I'll keep trying.
I'm assuming you're saying this out loud because this isn't telepathy.
Yeah, I'm just like, what?
Don't mind him. He talks.
Yep.
Right.
And you hear the voice again, like saying, like, no, like, read him.
Like drag.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. Hold on, and I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna shout, "Hey, Roman!" And when he looks at me, I'm going to use
premonition.
Premonition, not Eyes of Chaos. Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, well, first of all, go ahead and make
Chaos sounds so much fun.
Make a rouse check for me.
Yep, here we go, and I succeeded the rouse check.
Excellent. And then make the roll for me.
I have actual dice tonight.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm so
those are
proud
fun.
of myself.
I love the vampire dice. They're so good.
All right, and here we go. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh.
Nice.
5 successes. So, as you're sort of looking into his eyes, the room melts away, and you see this mangy, beaten up old wolf stalking through the woods, alone. Clearly not looking, gotten out of the habit of looking for his pack. But he's on the hunt. He's on the path. And he jumps through the bushes and lands full midsection into this very posh, alabaster, perfectly visaged man, and just digs right into his neck, and like a dog with a bone, doesn't let go until it's dead. And then the room reforms around.
Okay, so I'm just going to kind of stare into your eyes for a second, and then I'm going to go, no, I think he's right what we're looking for.
I mean, we did have a job opening, so yeah.
Okay, I got another question.
Mm-hmm.
So, how, okay with you are knowing things that would make other people want to get you dead?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was my life well before I became what I am today. Today it don't bother me at all. If you are of the night and have a problem with secrets, then I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I mean, it's just specifically that several things we know that if we told you would immediately hazardous to your health.
Very.
I would
And
hope so. I would hope so if you guys are what people keep telling me you are.
I actually want the
Also,
praise. What are they saying?
wait. Group huddle and Cadence sort of pulls Alex and Willow and
Group huddle? Okay, I'm ready. Well,
tell them about the fungus things.
oh, in due time. First, I want to know where he lives, so if things go bad, I'll fucking light it on fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. I agree with that.
Very typical. This is very typical gang stuff. Yeah. I wish Madison was here. she just says, just like, yeah. They break huddle.
Yeah. So did you make any attempts to listen in on that or anything like that? Yeah. So that was just peas and carrots from as far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think I'm willing to give him a shot.
I mean, sure. I mean, we'll try you out. We're trying Ileana out right now, and she's working out great. Right, Ileana?
She shrugs.
I like Ileana so far.
One of my many talents.
Yeah, well, show us to your house. Come on, get in my van, Roman. And I get my keys and put on my slides.
Are we gonna go bug sweeping?
Yeah, get in my fucking van and let's go, boys.
Sounds good. I didn't like my chances of getting an Uber out here, and so I
it's great.
head out and hop in the van.
Everybody get in my creepy van.
Hey.
So
yeah. As they're on their way out, Cadence reaches up and puts her hand on Roman's shoulder and just sort of pulls him down closer to eye level with her and is like, and I was absolutely serious when I said I would slit your throat. Pats him on the shoulder and pushes him towards the van.
I believe you.
All right. We are actually going to take our break a little bit earlier tonight.
Good call.
For reasons. But we'll be right back. See you guys soon.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
All right. Welcome back to Simulacra Studios presents Vampire the Masquerade Burn It Down. So when last we left our creatures of the night, they had piled into Willow's van with the new pledge Roman. Because let's just secure that metaphor. Let's ride it as far as it goes. To check out the haven that was provided by the Baron and see how bugged it is. Which, now that I think of it, in this game, there's multiple connotations to that.
Oh no! What if we find another one?
No, that's that. I'm not going to pull that trick more than one times. All right, so yeah.
What if you did?
Yeah. So you guys head up north of the city. He is in. Hold on, what's a good place? Yeah, he's in. I can't think of a good one where he is, but he's in the north of the city, in unclaimed territory, kind of the Wild West as far as domain is concerned. But yeah, he leads you to a pretty kind of stock standard middle of the road apartment block.
Nice.
That has couple floors to it, couple different buildings, a part of the same complex. And he leads you into a building that is. Oh, I know exactly where he is. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just flashed to a friend of mine's apartment complex, and I know exactly where it is and I know exactly what it looks like. Cool. But yeah, so he kind of takes you into this sort of winding, almost like maze-like complex, to basically a apartment that's sort of in the middle of a big block and row. So there's obviously no windows in this place. Real place, by the way. My friend used to live in a real shithole in terms of natural light. But anyway, yeah. So he leads you there. There's no chance of there being any kind of windows in this place, and he leads you into. How would your apartment be furnished at this point in time, Roman?
It would certainly be furnished if nothing else. So you've got a lot of, pretty standard looking array. Like in case somebody comes in, there's like a useless TV. Uh, it's still like it's still like one of those big CRTVs that were like right at the end just before everything started going to HD. He's held onto that one for a while. Uh, and it's got like the converter set up so that he could feasibly watch TV if he wanted to, but not like he doesn't have like cable or anything. It's just like your standard 5 channels or whatever. And so he's got that set up. There's a nice little couch, pleather, uh, black, and he over in the bedroom area, he's got a pretty nice bed. If nothing else, he's got a very fancy bed that he does sleep in because it's
Good for his like well-being.
yeah, it's just like you want to be comfortable when you're dead. Or in those moments where you are just undead again and getting ready to stretch and get out of bed. And so he's got that set up, and he inside of one of the closets off on the side, there is a he's not going to say this to anybody, but he has been working on getting a small armory set up where he's keeping guns and just things that he might need. And he might even go out of his way to sort of hollow out some additional space if necessary, as long as he's not breaking into somebody else's apartment next door.
Right. Yeah, this is the sort of place that has like concrete walls. So like
okay.
you'd have to do some serious work to get that done.
Okay, yeah. So that's something that's on the docket. If he plans on staying here for very long, he might try to move and get himself situated in another place. He's also working on getting some security, some like private security to just keep an eye on his place. And aside from that, like it's fairly homish. There's an empty refrigerator, a kitchen, a dining room set up that never gets used, and just stuff like that. But it looks like what you would see as like a standard place to live in maybe like the late 90s in terms of like the style of the furnishings.
Yeah.
And so he invites everybody in and says, I'm assuming before we step inside to an area where bugs might be heard, like maybe as we're on the way. I just am like, I'm like, do you guys want your voices heard here, or should we just go in and keep it quiet?
Give me a second.
Give us 1 second. Do you want me to assist you, or do you want to assist?
Oh yeah, let's put this together, baby. We're
all right.
What is your role?
My role is 6.
You have. I think we have the same role. So I'll assist you.
Okay.
All right.
So that'll add a die.
I would suggest we just let them go in and do their thing and come out and talk to us when they're done.
Fair.
Beautiful. 3
successes. So it takes you close to an hour to fully scan the place. And you do actually find something. It's a different setup than what was in your haven. It's a bit more traditional. It seems to be wired into the actual wiring of the apartment complex itself, like into the network wiring that they have. But you do find a couple of very discreetly placed listening devices.
I see them. The name of trans Nosferatu coterie mate is Cleveland, right?
He's
Cleveland
a
is a
gangrel.
gangrel, but yes.
What is? Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is that. You're not aware of any
I'm not
Nosferatu
sure.
in trans coterie.
Okay, yeah, I remember Cleveland.
But Cleveland is a gangrel.
He's the one that we traced back to my the one we found in our haven, right?
Yeah.
All right. As soon as I see it, I'm just like, oh, Cleveland, you little fucking rat. I say right into it and then undo it. I want him to hear that.
Not at my place.
Okay, so you dismantle them all?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Work harder next time, Cleveland. Unless he has another one.
Cool.
She comes out with him like, cool.
You got it?
Yeah, I got him. Hope you haven't been doing anything embarrassing in the past couple days.
Damn, he's gonna know all about my internet camera show. Let me grab that. I'll grab the bug and sort of like take a look at it. This is recording me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What was not anymore. She took it apart.
Where'd you find it?
In the walls.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, appreciate it.
No problem.
No problem.
And so, in the meantime, I suppose now that my home is bug free, Mikasa Sukasa.
That's trusting.
Yeah, it super is.
Well, I already trusted you to go inside. For all I know, you placed bugs of your own.
That's such a good idea. Why do you think I brought my van?
No, it's
She's
it's good.
bullshitting.
It's good. It's actually good. I like to see trust between members of the movement. Something that's been in short supply here.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should probably just get you up to speed on Georgia. Yeah. Just get you up to speed on Atlanta.
Willow, are you in charge now?
Am I in charge?
I think you're in
Don't
charge.
say that.
I think
I don't
so.
want to be in charge.
Don't speak it into existence.
I am physically and mentally and emotionally incompetent to be in charge, so I think it's got to be you.
It can't.
It feels like it's you.
But what about Cadence?
I am the hired muscle. I will beat up whatever you tell me to beat up, but the decision is not ultimately mine.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I love you, Cadence, but I
No,
and I would follow
Madison
you, but
is
you
in
would get me.
charge.
Well, yeah.
What about,
What about Madison?
Oh yeah, he's in charge.
I should probably meet him at some point.
Eventually,
Are we still doing that now that we trust this guy? Is that we're still going with Madison? Is
I feel like
here and
eventually
asleep
we'll talk
and
about
not
it.
in another dimension of any kind?
dude,
Well,
it's
I
been
don't know
like
if I just
2
wanna, like,
and a half months.
Don't want to like pull it out like that.
Ugh.
It
Oh,
just
well,
makes
I was-
us
I
seem
was-
weak. It makes us seem incompetent, like we're bickering.
We are incompetent.
Don't say that.
And I think this is the definition of bickering. Sorry. She said.
Sorry.
We're very good at finding bugs, and I'm very good at getting really high. But other than that, same without Madison.
That is
Yeah,
that
no.
is a lot.
Madison is currently, well, we don't know where he is, but we're working on finding him.
I'm pretty sure it's another dimension. No big deal. Also, if you hang out with us, you may end up in another dimension. Again, can't stress this enough. No big deal.
Whew, that's a lot. Another
Remember,
dimension.
Theo Bell put you up to this.
Yeah, no,
Blame him.
I'm remembering that, and I'll remember it later.
hmm
So, wow.
Yeah, he.
Here I was thinking you guys were like some kind of badasses. It sounded
We are
like it.
badasses.
What are you talking about? I'm.
Just bickered with each other about how incompetent you are.
We're
Well, it's
badass incompetence.
Well, no, it's more like a humble brag. Like no one wants to sit there and be like, "Oh, I'm such a bad fucking bitch. I'm such a cool fucking bitch." Nobody does that.
You should start if it's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
In
don't
that case,
lie.
I am a bad fucking bitch.
I can make you wish you were dead 6 ways from Sunday, but I'm not going to go advertising that fact. I lose the advantage.
She's a bad fucking bitch.
You have
But
like
you
weird
Think
metal.
about the other
predator balls,
advantages
which is
that you do gain. You might be able to convince the person before you even have to pull out Claw, I'm assuming?
Actually, what we have found is that if we continually behave this way, most of the most threatening things will simply leave us alone because we don't seem worth its time.
Yeah,
That is true some of the time. I cannot say that is true all of the time.
That's fair, I suppose.
Well, when we killed that Methuselah, he didn't expect it, I tell you.
Oh no, he fucking didn't.
Oh right, we killed a Methuselah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you are badasses.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're
I don't know if it feels right to just like say it like.
Well, I mean, it's not
when we do things well, we do things very well. We've just got a dynamic about us, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
A dynamic, yeah.
Well, that's good. A dynamic is good. So let me think about what I can contribute to that dynamic.
What's the
How good are you with people?
Baron?
Very.
Yeah.
I assume pretty good if you were an ex-Baron.
I am a people person.
Good, because I hate talking to folks.
My oldest.
Baron again?
Hey, up. Hey.
That's not
just a question.
That's not a today kind of answer that I can give.
No, it really isn't.
I mean, someday maybe. I don't know if it'll be here. I don't know.
I know a lovely town that could use a Baron that isn't a complete piece of shit.
I'm just saying, whatever.
Well, what time?
Well, we're not just gonna just
oh, that's the other thing.
Let me see your resume.
That's the other thing. Baron Tran is blood bonding is dominating and blood bonding and then forgetful minding the leaders of the local packs. That's why everything seems to always go Baron Tran's way. So if you get the chance to be alone with him, don't.
Oh.
You've been alone?
Well. Luckily, I happen to be the exact kind of person that he don't want to be in a room with.
Why?
I've always been very good at two things.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping my wits about me, and, well, the other thing is best left unsaid in friendly company.
No, but please say it. I don't have any ability to pull context. You're going to have to say it.
I'll say it later.
Is it fucking?
It might be fucking.
That's gross.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm good at three things. Music and math.
What's the other one?
Huh?
Oh. Wait. Oh, that was a joke. You're so
very funny.
Funny, Alex.
I know. I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah, no. Definitely, I think, though, what we could use right now is someone who's actually okay going out and, like, talking to people and communicating face-to-face, because I don't like it. Willow's, like, backroom security wizard, and Alex...
Oh, I'm very good at talking to people. I'm terrible at remembering what it is that they told me.
Yeah.
He's a certain context of social that we need sometimes, but not all of the time.
It's true.
Can you manipulate memories?
I can.
Oh, that's good.
I think I can do that too.
Can you?
I don't remember.
He can manipulate other people's memories, maybe.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm pretty good at manipulating my own memories as well, as the case may be.
Okay,
and so, I think this might work out pretty well for us. In any case,
I mean, look, Theo Bell sent you. Theo Bell, I have full faith in because.
Yeah.
Oh, and I looked to the two of you and Madison. Willow and Cadence. Theo Bell absolutely did send him. Theo Bell's got our back. We know that. We've already been through this with Theo. So if Theo Bell sent him, it was for a reason.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we can. I'm glad we can work together for the time being.
Same.
It seems like you guys are missing a Madison, and maybe Madison was the guy who used to do what I do.
Madison had this way of no matter what we were talking about, he made it sound favorable. And he got us out of a lot of trouble just constantly. Quite the diplomat. I'm saying it like he's dead. It's hurting me. He is
Well,
quite the
if he's in
diplomat.
another dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Sorry, just being realistic about it. As far as I understand, extra dimensions to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
No. I miss him a lot sometimes when I'm looking through the stuff he has on his computer. I just think about how unhappy he would be if he knew I was doing it. And I don't know, the disapproval just feels like I'm home.
Oh, okay, well, we can unpack that later. That sounds like a lot.
I'm sorry.
In any case, is there anything else I need to know? Maybe Baron, Camarilla situation here. Like that.
There may be.
Yeah, there's like a stalemate going on where the Sabbat and the Cam and the Anarchs are just kind of not fighting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even in like this. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
I mean, nominally, we are in charge of keeping the Sabbat in their hidey holes south of Route 20, but they don't make any moves. The last move they made, they were directly antagonized.
Oh, man, that sounds like the kind of problem I was begging to have back in the day.
Yeah, it just kind of seems like they're working together. It's not. It's like
that's worse.
Super suspicious.
So right now, it's like the Cam and the Anox are not fighting each other, so they can focus on keeping the Sabbat out. But the Sabbat really aren't in a position where they're doing much anyway. So
yeah,
it's all a whole lot of bullshit.
I see.
Oh right, you should probably know that I'm former Sabbat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alex here, former Sabbat.
Ileana raises her hand like 2 months ago.
Yeah, she too is a friend. We call them, what do we call refugees?
Yeah.
Apostates.
Apostates. That's better. That's better. I don't know. Yeah, I like that.
Is apostate better?
When you say that, Cadence, Alex's whole demeanor changes, and he turns towards you, and he's serious as shit, and he's like, "You will probably beat the shit out of me, but don't ever call me a heretic again."
That's fine. I was talking more about Ileana.
Oh yeah, she sucks.
No fighting. Not in the front of the pledge.
But
she's like, Ileana's like, rolls her eyes, and she's like, "Yeah, it's a real shit show down there. This they said killed a Methuselah. Kinda. It was actually some Sabbat fuckhead who got his teeth into a Methuselah.
Oh, right.
Oh, I gotcha.
And there was
Well, that doesn't count.
Like hell it doesn't.
What the fuck?
That doesn't count. It like half counts. I believe that. I definitely believe that. But there's a difference between someone with a lot of power and someone with a lot of power and the age to know how to wield it.
But the Archbishop, he used it to consolidate a lot of power. So they might have been quiet for a while, but I don't think they're going to be quiet for long. And let's just say you got to believe the right thing to make it anywhere in the Sabbat, and I don't believe what they believe.
Sure. Yeah, no, I've heard that. I haven't known too many people in the Sabbat personally, outside of the very intimate sort of personally that comes with murdering and staking and all of that. That is a special way to know somebody.
Yeah, well, It's been quiet for a while, but it might. Something tells me we might be getting there again.
That's good
All
to
right.
know. Which means we probably got to step it up on this cam bullshit first.
Should we tell him about the I word problem? You know the I word?
There's only one I word
Mm-hmm.
that I know.
What I word do you know?
Is it Inquisition?
Oh no, that's a different I word.
We also
Oh.
have that.
That's what I was
We also
thinking.
have that I word problem.
Oh,
We have that big I word. Yeah, it's super bad. No, the other one.
the other one. Let's see. We have an Inquisition problem.
Uh-huh.
We
You know, the
have.
IN Infernal.
What? Wait. What? Oh. Wait. Did I forget about this one?
No, you don't. Madison, Lord Blackheart,
Oh.
the Infernalism.
Okay, so the way I understood that was like the infernalism was a rumor, but there is some hardcore like elder worship going on, and that's different.
oh.
I mean, yeah, it's
Okay, so
they tried to induct Madison, and he had a bad rep, you know.
Is that why he's in a? What'd you say it was?
no, that
don't-
was
don't know.
he went and got disappeared while we were fighting the
He was absconded
Methuselah
with-
2.0.
Yeah.
So, but no, there's a significant portion we think of upper management in both the Camarilla and possibly Anarch. We're not exactly sure that are actively like occults worshiping some other Methuselah that are buried under the dirt of Atlantis somewhere.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the problem that I was. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Well, though I have very little experience with cults myself, I'm. I know people who have maybe a little bit more experience than I do.
Mhm.
I bet. Yeah.
It'll probably take me a little bit of time before I can really formulate how I can help with that specific issue. I probably need to get to know some people a little bit better.
Right now, we're
feel out
just
the
trying to
area.
build evidence, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to find out who, we got to have proof.
So
And
who do
when
we suspect
can
right
blow
now?
the whistle on this? Because, like I said, we know for a fact it's in the cam, and we suspect in the Anox too, but we don't have proof.
Okay. And
Yeah.
And we think that's sort of the source of everything that's going down in this city, or the ones behind it.
I see. And you think that Tran himself might be connected to it, or
It's impossible to say at the moment. Safe.
I mean, strongly think so.
Yeah.
Like, why else would a Baron?
Okay.
I mean, Anarchs is Anarchs, right? He's cool with dominating his people. He's okay with this stalemate. He's just fine with it. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. It's like fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
Even if he's not, it's no fucking good.
It's no good.
So,
Yeah.
might as well lump him in, right? If we're just going to throw the word around.
So right now we sort of got a couple of other groups that we're working with. We got some the ministry
Yeah, they're nice.
is probably one of the only groups he doesn't have someone bonded in. So and they're not big fans of him, and I'm not big fans of them, but they're not big fans of him. So the enemy of my enemy and whatnot.
The Ministry are enemies. I kind of like them.
I know, they're really nice. They gave me a helicopter.
Yeah, they're nice, and they're too nice, and they're skeevy, and I don't like them.
Oh, they are.
I mean, they're
Like,
skeevy,
I will
but
work with them, but I do not like them 100%.
they're definitely skeevy, but I love them.
Eli seems nice.
They're
In, like,
nice.
a creepy little boy kind of way.
They're creepy little boy nice.
Yeah, creepy little boy guy.
All right.
Not my
Well,
scene. But anyways, the other group is we got friends with the coterie to bordering us, the East Street Boys, and we know for a fact that their leaders got the good old dominate leash around his neck. We're working on fixing that.
okay. I wonder if
So I think first thing we should do is probably introduce you to both of them at some point if you're going to be working with us.
yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. And these East Street Boys, you say that their leader is under the old dominate leash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the group themselves, they're my kind of folks.
Yeah.
If
Hey, wasn't our original plan out of character to get the leader of the E Street Boys and break his dominate?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so
Let's put it out a playpen on that. I'm working on some stuff.
Ooh, okay.
but yeah, so the E Street Boys themselves are real cool. They're folks like me, the ones you like. They're scrappy.
They're
And
they're
they, yeah, they're not someone you send into boardrooms. They're someone you send into back alleys.
Sure, I get that. Yeah, that seems like the sort of thing that we should probably look into. It seems a small scale problem in comparison to everything else that you've been talking about. And
so many problems.
We
feel
we
intimidated yet?
We tear apart the problems one brick at a time.
Mm.
Sorry, Willow.
What's that?
Over the month or so,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have established a means of communication with Damas.
Yeah.
That
That's
it's actually routed through like an online class thing. Like you're enrolled in a work study for from some high level online coursework.
That's smart.
And you get a notification on the phone that's connected to that, and it just says it's a new assignment for your work study, and it says herpetology report.
She just sort of like ponders. She like stops talking while they're still talking, and like sort of like gets up and like looks at her phone and is like, "Oh, great, herpetology." She is
The
it
study
like one
of
of those?
reptiles.
Oh yeah, no, I just got a message. Homework.
Oh, right.
Or something. Yeah, you know how it is. If it is like one of those discussion boards on online things,
Like Blackboard.
Yeah,
like
there's a blackboard. It's filled with a bunch of bullshit. Like there's like a bunch of sock puppet accounts that are like fake, like it's like an algorithm that is talking to itself.
Yeah. She probably is going to pose a like a I don't know, I doubt that they do phone calls because they're cutting down so badly. How are we mostly talking? Just through this?
Just through this mainly, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna pose the question, what, where, when, how.
There's like an addendum to the main report, like due date 1 week, and there's basically a PO box drop off for the let's see, what would be the academic way of putting
The assignment.
the
handout.
The handout, yeah.
I just have to pick up some homework. Sorry, guys. Continue. Don't worry about me. Just being duplicitous over here.
All right. Well, so I feel like there's an advantage here that we can press in the fact that I am new in town and nobody knows that we're connected yet.
Except probably, well, I don't know. I think it would be safest to assume
that they know
that someone's gonna find out soon that you've been to visit us.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. But before the word can spread, if it may be, there may be someone that I can talk to in a different context than I might be able to later on when it's well known that we're all working together. Who, in your opinion, do you think that I might be able to get a different side of than perhaps you normally have access to?
I'm trying to think about that one, actually. Honestly, so unfortunately, when we did come into town, the Baron did have a prior beef with 2 of our members. So I'll be honest, he's been a little chilly from day one. You, however...
Yeah.
I would not send him to talk to the Baron alone, and we can't go with him if we still want to hide that connection.
I mean, definitely, but you're tough, right? Isn't that what you said?
I'm very good at keeping my head on my shoulders.
Well, I mean, he's a wily venture. He's very good at it, so...
Well, I'm pretty good at what I do.
Okay.
Does anyone here, anyone have heightened senses?
I do.
That'd be Auspex, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, not me.
Okay.
I actually do, but I don't know if I have it on right now.
Okay. Because there's Sense the Unseen and Heightened Senses, which are the 2 level 1 Auspex powers.
I'm sorry, I take it back. I have Sense the Unseen.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, noted. All right. Proceed.
Having trouble with my Windows. Actually, hold on. I think I can get it. There we go.
I think you do. I recall you taking a little bit of Auspex.
No, I don't have Auspex. I have...
Gotcha. All right, cool. Like I said, proceed.
I mean, you might just want to go around and just do the rounds of all the coteries. At the very least, that'll get you...
Yeah.
Give you an eye of the lay of the land, so to speak.
Yeah, that's definitely something I planned on doing, regardless. Anyone I should meet first or be aware of outside of the Baron himself?
There's a knock on the front door.
1 second.
Excuse me? We're in my house.
We should probably get out of sight.
Yeah, I'm going to hide in the bathroom. Cool?
Cool.
Yeah, same. Alex, come join the bathroom potty.
Okay, yes, I also have to use the powder room. And I go.
Oh my god. Why did you say that so loud? We're going to the bathroom.
I answer the door.
Okay. There are 2 people at your front door. One is an older-looking gentleman, but wearing a very modern, very fashionable suit. The other is a rather tall, black-haired woman, wearing just kind of worn jeans, leather jacket, tank top, sunglasses on, and she's kind of like, she's maybe like a half step back from him, and they just kind of pause when you open the door and say, "Are we interrupting?"
No. Can I help you?
You're Roman, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, he puts out his hand and says, "You can call me Nicola G."
Nikolai, pleasure to meet you. And you are?
He says, this is Lucy.
Lucy. All right. How can I help you this evening?
He's all like, well, you know, heard you were new in town. Figured it would be the polite thing to come around, make some introductions.
Right.
Can we come in?
Uh, I'm still getting things set up in here. I step outside and close the door behind me.
I'm so nosy.
Uh,
I'd like
okay.
to turn on heightened senses.
Okay.
You have heightened senses.
Mhm.
Okay.
I thought you had Sense the Unseen. All right, whatever.
No.
Okay, cool. I never mind. Anyway, so yeah, you can make out the conversation, Willow. This is we got some notes. We got some notes from around the bend. Who's your dad?
Ooh.
Uh,
Who's your dad?
my dad's name is Sergei Semenov.
Sergei Semenov. Oh yeah. That's what we heard. Good thing. Don't ever shirk your family, shirk your ancestry. That's good to hear.
Wouldn't do it.
Good. So what you doing in town, huh?
Well, just trying to survive like everybody else, huh?
Yeah. That's how it is these nights, huh? Just trying to survive. I respect that. Look, man, we don't want to push your buttons. We don't want to, push you into your hole or anything like that. But we got a family thing up at the end of the month, for the holidays. Why don't you come
Right.
around?
Look, I haven't really. You guys seem nice and all, but
Look, man,
Trying to be nice.
you know how things are, right? Big changes, opening the doors. Ain't no obligations. It's just a family thing,
I've heard.
We just want everybody come around one table for the holidays, You don't have to stay, but it would be seen as really impolite if you didn't at least make an appearance.
Gotcha. Yeah. What day?
Christmas, man.
Sure.
Yeah. Why don't you come up to the square up in Marietta? Someone will find you.
All right. I'll see you then, I suppose.
Yeah, man. Hey. Happy holidays, huh?
You too.
You too. He nods to Lucy, and they spin on their heels and walk down the hallway of your apartment complex.
Shh. They find me so fast. All right. Turn around, open the door, go back in.
Family dinner. Ooh, holidays. Fun.
How'd you hear that?
Oh, come on.
Well,
Are you going to go?
Suppose I have to. It'd be rude not to at least make an appearance.
Oh, tell us if you get a +1.
Oh my God, bring me if you do.
Oh my God, take her.
Believe me, this is no party you guys want to be at.
Okay, yeah, but listen, I'm from Boston originally, and fucking with the goddamn Giovanni is just hilarious.
Yeah, I tried to avoid them most of my time. My My sire seemed to look. I was sired in the time before the Hecata were a thing.
Mm.
Back when we were just Giovanni, and I was not. Permission was not asked for nor granted by my sire.
Ooh, an illegal baby. Love it.
Yeah.
Same.
And so I was just told to keep my head low. Try not to make myself super known to them. Looks like I fucked up already.
Oh. Well. Oops.
Yeah, nothing I can do now. They know I'm here. They know I'm here.
Well, if you bring me as your +1, they'll never invite you over again. So
True. I mean, I have to say, I think it's only fair. For the past couple of events, poor Cadence has always been relegated to like roadie or just the person you like hand your coat, and it's not fair. She should be allowed to go just once and then never talk about it again.
You're right. That's not fair. It's not right.
I mean, it suits me just fine. I hate schmoozing.
Well,
He-
you still shouldn't
everybody-
have to be carrying people's coats.
You know what you could do is you could wear an earpiece and I could like Roxanne you.
What's that?
It's I could Cyrano de Bergerac her.
What's that?
You are not cultured.
Wow.
I assume it means he can feed me stuff in my ear for me to say.
Right. What's the
Mm,
Kevin James movie where they do that? Clearly that's what you Americans like. I don't know.
Kevin James? Okay. No, I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna have to be a little clearer.
Oh wait, no.
Forgive me.
There's that other movie. Came out. God, it must have come out maybe like 10 years ago. Saving Silverman.
Right. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, Saving Silverman or whatever. Yeah, that's what it's great. It's a great. Let's do that.
Really funny.
I have to go to a PO box real fast, boys. I've got to pick something up, and you guys can please continue.
Actually,
Cool. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've got to pick up an errand for this thing I'm doing.
no, peace.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll come back. I left you here. I'll come back and get you in my van.
When?
Don't talk shit about me while I'm gone.
Always.
She's like putting on her shoes and like getting ready.
Hey, did you hear about that Willow chick?
I heard she was lovely and she's my best friend.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me fucking cry.
I know. Stop. Stop.
Oh, I know. Oh, I need that kind of support. Most people just say really bad things about me and I don't get to hear about it. But then they make insinuations at parties. I gotta go.
Okay.
And then she goes to do this quick errand and then come back.
Actually, so I just had a thought, she says as Willow's getting up to leave. Given that they pretty much keep to themselves, I'm going to assume that neither the Baron nor the Prince of the city have had much to do with your with the rest of your not family.
Right.
Alex, does that make sense?
No, but I'm with you on it because I love you.
Okay.
I hear that my family makes their services open to everybody. So there's a good chance that they have. That said, they're an avenue worth pursuing, I think. I think I'm going to have to go to this thing one way or the other.
Well, just because, like, some of the shit going down here, especially with the Methuselah that is still asleep in the area, it could have consequences that impact them that they may or may not be aware of. And if they were made aware of these things, I'm not going to say no to more bodies, like, that, on our side.
Right. My concern with that would be, they're never really gonna be on our side.
No, but
Never really.
well, no vampire is really on any vampire's side
I guess that's
normally.
true.
But no, I think that we think that the things going on here are going to result in something of a decrease in the undead population of the city, a dramatic one, and it doesn't seem like they're being very discriminatory in
Right. Yeah, I think you're onto something.
so at least see where if the sympathies, if they have any, lie.
Indeed.
See if we can use them.
Yeah. We should talk to these guys and at least maybe if we can't get them on our side, we can at least see what they know and see if that adds.
Hey, you asked if there were people that we didn't have access to perspectives on. These are people we don't have access to perspectives on. And oh my god, I'm actually like thinking like someone who does people shit. Ugh, what is happening to me?
Look what happened. Madison left, and look.
Right.
Well, I think you're onto something. So yeah.
So Willow,
What's up?
you get in your van. You go over to the little kind of mailbox place where it's had for the handouts.
I'm here for my homework.
Yeah, you open it up. You get out. It's a small piece of paper, and it's essentially kind of like a wish list of like security information that they want on the ministry's compound.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a fun talk with Eli about this. Be like, hey Eli, do you want to like fuck with some people? We have to put some truth in there, but like, do you want to fuck people? Let's do it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna get that and come back.
Okay.
Drive happily through the town.
Yeah. So while she's away, you guys are continuing to have this conversation about stuff. Cadence, you get a text from Benji.
Okay. She says, "1 moment," and flips her phone open to see what it is.
Sure.
And he just says that some of those guys that you had him looking after around the party scenes, that he's seen some movement on them, that like he thinks like they're doing something.
All right.
He lets you know about that.
So, hey Roman. You said you lose more fights than you've won, but it looks like you know your way around them at the very least.
Oh, certainly.
So, I sort of got a project I inadvertently... Well, I asked for it, but it was kind of a front, and then I actually got it. So, that first I word we were talking about...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, like now? Like.
Well, there's this group of folks that have they're doing security for parties and clubs and stuff like that. Oh, they're totally tricked out, Inquisition, 100%, and no one's doing shit about it. So I'm doing my best to mess with them in as efficient and non-invasive as possible, I guess. Like, I'm not going up and starting fist fights, but I'm trying to know where they are and what they're doing so I can let other people know so they can stay away.
Okay.
And so I was just... Seems like some stuff's going down with them, so I thought I might go check it out. You want to tag along?
Yeah, I think so.
Be a good way to like actually establish a rapport other than just talking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, you're welcome to tag along too, but I can understand why you wouldn't want to.
I think I'll sit this one out, actually. But if you need me, I'm only, a breath away.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys, you share some information a little bit about like what's going down. And Alex, you actually recognize the address of where this is going down. It seems to be like not exactly at, but like a couple buildings over from the where the local branch of the asylum is.
Oh,
That's
actually,
bad.
I think I will go.
Okay. That
I need
was
to.
unexpected.
Yeah. While we're there in the neighborhood, I've got a friend I want to drop by and see.
Okay. And you can hang with them and, be there if we need you, but not be in harm's way, if that makes sense.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a fallback space. Do you know the asylum?
Ish. I know
I
it's
know.
a thing.
I know the owner, and if you need to get away quickly, she won't allow any. She won't allow any bloodshed there, so you'll be able to escape to there.
Okay. Sounds good. Wait, Willow took the car.
She's coming back.
Well, I can call an Uber. I don't know when she's getting back.
Cadence will pull out her phone and call her.
Hello. What's up?
Hey, yo, when you due back?
I'm on my way back. Why? What's up?
You want to go? So remember that project that I asked Tran for as a front for getting some footage on him?
God.
So yeah, I'm like actually responsible for that shit now. Anyway, Second Inquisition shit's going down. You want to come?
Oh, hold on. Beep beep. What kind?
Like, I got eyes on
You know
where
what?
they are. I don't know what they're doing right now.
I'll be right there. Let's not talk about it now.
Okay.
Oh. Willow's just sitting there like on the wheel, like thinking about the weird message she got on that computer. And it's just like,
Did you ever share that message with your coterie, Willow?
In the past, considering like over months, yeah, I probably was like, yeah, this is what happened. I don't know what it means. I'll be real, guys. I'm an expert and I'm stumped.
Okay. Actually, Cadence.
Yeah.
In that case, I'd like you to make a roll for me.
Okay. Sure.
Let's just go ahead and make that double wits.
Double wits. Okay. All right. That's actually not terrible for me. I was at 2 hunger at the end of the last arc. Do you want me to still be at 2 hunger?
We'll reset you to 1 for now.
Reset me to 1? Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's 3.
3 successes. So this is a little retroactive. But when Willow mentioned that note, specifically the phrase "reality deviant," that reminded you. It kind of tumbled around in your head for a couple of days. But you remember at some point Regan said that phrase in a very like it's like she was talking about someone talking about like a racial slur.
Huh.
Like something that an asshole would say.
Okay. So
and you've been she's been pretty busy with school. But like she's just now getting on to like winter break. So you think you might be able to get in touch with her if you wanted to talk about that.
Actually, so given that this is the first time she's probably like acted on this assignment that she got herself, it probably pops into her head. She's like, wait a second. And then she sends Reagan a text. She's like, yo, it might be relevant. What does reality deviant mean? IDK.
About 30 seconds later, you get a text that says, wipe your phone.
Ooh, love it.
And wipe your phone. Meet me at your place.
Oh God. Ugh. Fucking. You know what? At this point, she just like snaps the phone.
It's gone through so much at this point. I think it's
Yeah.
done.
Well,
I
this
think
is the new one that you guys got her.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Willow, you find like you pull up, and and what you see while they're waiting is you see Cadence just like snap her phone in half the second that you roll up.
I honk. Like beep.
We're making a pit stop at home first, by my place. Does she mean the Haven or does she mean
Your apartment.
the apartment? Okay,
Yeah,
she's like,
what she thinks of as your place.
okay, yeah. I was looking to be like, wait a second, she doesn't actually know where the Haven is.
Yeah.
It's like, so Detour was going to swing by my other place first.
What the fuck happened? Guys, I was gone for like 30 minutes.
Okay, so Second Inquisition shit. Then I remembered that thing that the laptop that we stole from him said to you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a second, I know someone who knows who said that before, so I asked her, and now she's like, wipe your phone, but I don't know how to fucking do that, so I just, phone's broken, no big deal.
Let's actually, if like shoot, let's dunk that in some
Willow,
real fast.
you know that like
God damn it.
unless she broke very specific things, that's not a cure-all for that sort of thing.
Thank you for making it a little bit harder to do what I wanted to do, but it's okay.
The phone doesn't work now.
Oh my God, Cadence! Cadence!
What?
Look through the back of my truck. I'm sure I have something for it.
Whatever. Here is the address we are going to. Take us there.
Oh, whatever. Alex, do you know how to drive?
Sure, yeah. I'm very high though, so good luck.
Roman, can you drive a truck?
Right.
Okay, please drive while I make sure Cadence's phone is dead. Let's open it up. God damn it.
All right. Let me see. Any of you got a map?
It's got GPS, dude.
Right.
All right, it's fine. I'll drive. We're gonna be great.
No. You get in the front seat and you give him directions.
Just give me directions.
Okay, sure.
I don't like that robot. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that I don't know how to use. It's a little bit that I don't know how to use it.
It really sounds like it's mostly that you don't know how to use GPS.
Well, you just enter the address. I just don't like the voice. I don't like the.
Oh, no worries. No, and I'll actually go through Scott, and I'll turn the voice off. Mm-hmm. But at every time that I'm supposed to give him directions, I will mimic the voice.
Nice. All right, so Willow, yeah, you pull out some of your gear. You pull out basically like the only thing that you think will work at this point is like a high-grade magnet.
Yeah, she's just like, yep, sorry.
Like you have to like plug it into like two of the cigarette lighter chargers.
Like I take my like credit card and my phone and I put it in like the front seat. Like, keep this away for a second. Just give me a second.
Yeah, and you just like you high grade zap it. Like it, even if it weren't busted, then sorry. The screen froze.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. Guys, one moment. We're gonna go away and fix the problem of the screen. All right, we're back. Sorry about the technical issues. So, Willow, you wiped the shit out of that phone. And you eventually make your way to another it's a apartment building, different make and model than the one that Roman was in. It's more like a couple of different apartments grouped together, like single floor level things. You Regan, Cadence, you have a key to this place.
Mm-hmm.
And you can let yourself in. Doesn't look like she's here just yet.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll
Want us to wait outside or what? You want me to program you a new phone? I just have to get it out of the clamshell.
as long as it's not one of those touchscreen monstrosities.
No, I don't trust you with a touchscreen monstrosity.
Good.
You're gonna get like an old man. Do you want to fucking, what are they called? June bugs. Oh,
Dude, flip phone a slider. Slider makes texting easier if you have one.
I've got an old BlackBerry we could give her.
Anyways,
No.
I'll be back shortly.
I'll get you something set up in the meantime.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all just gonna like chill in the parking lot or something, or how's that gonna
Yeah,
Yeah, that works for me.
hang out in the parking lot like weirdos.
go? Cool.
In her van.
We definitely look like we're here to buy drugs. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, she looks over at Alex. I mean, we could whenever.
We could buy some drugs. I mean, I'm a little, my stockpile's getting a little low.
Right. Okay.
It's fine.
She'll leave them to their devices, literally in this case, and head up to the apartment.
Okay. Yeah, you head up in the apartment. You let yourself in. Maybe about 10 minutes later, you guys in the parking lot see someone get out of an Uber in front of the place where Cadence went into. She is she's pretty kind of stock standard Midwestern kind of looking girl, but like a Midwestern girl who got the fuck out of the Midwest for very compelling reasons. So she's definitely gone a bit hippie. She kind of scans the parking lot a bit. Like Willow, you definitely see her like clock the van. Like she's seen it before.
Yeah.
But she doesn't like go up to it or anything but you definitely see the kind of look at her eyes. But then she goes up and knocks on the door of the apartment.
Cadence will peek out, like go look through the peephole, make sure it's her, and then let her in.
Yeah, she comes in, and she's like, "Did you wipe your phone?"
Yeah, I think Willow did it.
Okay. Thank God. Good. Okay, so that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay.
Okay.
Where did you hear that? Why did you ask about that?
Okay, so Cliff Notes. There are vampires. They are vampire hunters. We stole some equipment from some of them because they're assholes and want us like dead. And Willow was hacking into it and she found that phrase. Like it popped up.
That makes terrible, like awful sense.
So I had asked because we are now going to potentially kick the asses of those self-same vampire hunters, and I just figured,
No.
I was curious.
No. You stay away from that.
She's so smart.
Okay, you're gonna tell me why?
Tell her, convince her.
Okay. All right. So remember when I was talking about like the war, like the big war that's way more big and way more important than your all your petty shit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God damn it. So I guess Cliff Notes version of that. There's
two separate games interlap just right here.
Yep.
So you got my kind, and we do like magic and stuff. So there's other people like us. But they are. They call what they do science. But it's the same gas. But they really hate magic.
Okay.
Like, they don't want magic to exist. They don't want anything that isn't, like, rational or, like, mechanical or scientific. Like, they're trying to... Okay, so this might be a really heavy concept, but reality is built on the collective consensus of humanity. If
Okay.
enough people believe the same thing, it doesn't matter the way the world was before. The world becomes that. And they're trying to stamp out all magic and anything that doesn't fit into the scientific method or anything like that. And that includes you guys. That's what they call guys like you, reality deviants. Things that stand outside the model. And they're
Okay.
and
So
I don't know if you can like put two and two together, but they've kind of won, Cadence.
okay, so what I'm hearing, and this is obviously an oversimplification, but so feel free to tell me if it is too much of one, is that they are not just vampire hunters, they are vampire hunters with magic they don't actually call magic.
I don't know. I mean, they have their fingers in fucking everything, Cadence.
Well,
They I mean, I know you say that you got some crusty old fucks who control everything, but these guys really control everything.
okay. Well,
So I wouldn't doubt it if this Inquisition of yours is if they're bankrolling it or doing whatever, but you don't want to go anywhere near them. They can turn you into a fucking lawn chair.
okay. Well, the plan tonight was, I mean, I know I said we were going to kick their asses, but honestly, it's more of a observe, see what they're doing, and make sure other people like us don't show up. Or if they are, we're trying to know where they are and track their activities so we can avoid them.
Okay.
And if things get dicey, help other people get out.
Okay.
So your concern has been noted. And I really wish I was not concerning you, but
she goes into her pocket and she pulls out like a bracelet that has like a big, like gaudy, fake looking gem. She says, "I've been meaning to give this to you." Just
okay.
She points at the gem. She says, "Do what you gotta do, but if this lights up, get the fuck out of there."
I promise you I will do my best to do that. I will do my best to haul ass as fast as inhumanly possible.
Okay, good. Like, no offense, I don't want to go anywhere near that.
Yeah,
So
I'm not asking you to.
Okay.
But I'm glad I asked you.
But
what the words meant.
Can you be safe for me, please? Because this is serious.
As safe as I can reasonably expect to be in a world full of magical conspiracies and undead conspiracies.
I'm trying not to be like too freaked out about this, but like, you remember when I went away a couple months ago?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. You don't have to talk about it.
No, that was when I first like saw them.
Oh.
And they're real bad. They're like real bad.
Noted. If it helps, the ones we're looking at don't seem particularly intelligent on their own. I think they're just like the goons in question are just that, goons. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Well, I will text you when we're done just to be okay.
All right. Well, do you want me to wait for your little Scooby van to leave?
Oh,
van?
I mean, you've met Alex already. I don't think you haven't met Willow yet. But that's up to you. I trust you to get home as best
I'm gonna chill and drink some of Benji's beer.
She reaches into her pocket, pulls out a wallet, and like gives her a $20 bill, and she says, "If you're going to do that, at least leave this in the fridge."
Cool.
Aww. She's your friend.
Yeah.
So back in the van, while this is going down, Alex, you get a text from Vicky, the owner of the asylum.
Right on.
She says, "Got some trouble."
I'm gonna text Cadence and be like, "Hey, are you okay here? I need to run check something out."
She like as she gets that, she's walking out of the apartment.
Actually, you don't have a phone right now.
Oh, right, that's right.
Oh yeah, whoops.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But either way, you would
Yeah.
see her exiting the apartment like shortly, like either before or after you got that call.
Cool. He would like he sticks his arm out though. Come on. We need to help but a friend of mine. Come on.
What's happening?
Okay.
What's happening? Oh boy.
So I wait for everybody to pile in, and I peel off towards the asylum. My friend Vicky said she's the owner of the asylum. She says they need help, and that's not very common.
I bet that those guys are just fucking camping right outside. We're gonna have to fucking kill them.
Okay, all right.
Hold
So, full disclosure,
What's that?
Roman, for the moment, that chick you saw, you're gonna forget you saw her. But for the moment, all you need to know is that she knows magic.
Why do you have to even tell him that? He doesn't even have to know that.
Well, because it's relevant, because the fucking Inquisition bastards apparently know it too.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So
I don't know about yeah. Like I've dealt with my fair share of Second Inquisition goons. They don't know magic.
yeah, not many of us do, which is why we gotta be extra careful. Also, I need to borrow someone's phone.
I have one set up for you right here.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I hope you remember your numbers.
Dude, why would I not memorize my phone numbers?
Oh God, thank you, Cadence. Thank you. Fuck.
I gotta remember your number.
And so she
Right.
sends off a text to Benji saying, "Hey, it's me. Get like 4 blocks away from where you are."
Thumbs up emoji. I'm just gonna say it's a BlackBerry because that's like the perfect fusion of old and new that like Cadence can parse.
She's still uncomfortable because
Yeah.
it has like a screen.
Yeah, but you don't have to touch it. But
I
yeah,
don't have
so
to touch it.
so Roman, Roman was the one driving. So I'm assuming you guys give them directions. So where are you headed to exactly?
We probably shouldn't go directly to Asylum. We should probably go near to Asylum.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's like a parking area nearby if it's remotely cosmopolitan.
I'd like to keep my van in particular out of sight. I do have replacement license plates, but I'd rather not have to put them on tonight, you know?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the asylum is in an area of town called Buckhead. There's kind of a main strip. It's pretty much on the northern part of the northern edge of the city. There's a main strip that has a lot of nightclubs, a lot of theaters, a lot of concert venues. It's pretty hot night area. The asylum isn't on that main strip. It's like off and off street. It's one of those places where it's not the place where everyone goes because not everyone knows about it. But the people who know about it are the ones who are completely in the know of the Atlanta like elite club scene.
Yeah.
So you're able to like go off the off streets. And as soon as you sort of get into the area, you notice that there's a lot of people on the street tonight, and they all seem to be heading in the direction of the asylum.
There a party tonight, Alex, that you're aware of?
No.
Okay, all right. So how are we gonna play this? Because we know that they've at least clocked Alex's face, possibly mine, but I'm not gonna look like me.
Whoever's attacking Asylum is big time. The Asylum is Do you guys know who Janet is?
Yes.
She's
Never
big
met her,
deal.
but I know.
No, like I know what the asylum is and who owns it. I just don't give a shit
Do
most
they-
of the time.
Do they just need to be evacuated?
I don't know what they need. All she did was send me a text saying they were in trouble.
Okay, I
Then
say
you
we
better
go
put her
around
on
the. Is
the
is
phone.
there a way we can get around the back?
Yeah, and I have that sheet it too. So do I know where the back entrance is?
You absolutely know where the back entrance is.
All right.
Like you're able to park the car out of the way, and make your way sort of through the alleys that make there. But like when you guys get into the vicinity of the asylum, you see that there is a large crowd of people, just sort of outside the in the main parking lot area of the club. And like you're able to catch a few chants of chanting.
What are they saying?
Yeah, you have your heightened senses.
Yeah.
And you hear like some refrains. It sounds like there are, it sounds like protest chants.
Oh.
Like uh, no abuse, no corruption. Get out of our scene.
Ooh.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to consult Alex on what that's about in a second. Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
I say to you that what the crowd is chanting, that it's, what is it again, Scott?
No abuse, no corruption. Get out of our scene.
What does that chant mean? What is the context for that?
The scene is like the goth industrial scene, but it doesn't make any sense because the asylum is well known as a sort of haven for goth industrial. It's being put on. It's not real.
How angry is that crowd? Can you tell?
Give me a wits insight.
Oh, I can do that. I got that there roll right there.
Please. If you have to read auras, do what you gotta
I'm okay
do.
at it too.
Yeah.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
So you can tell, like, there's a core of people who are seriously pissed off. And they're the ones kind of leading the chants. Most of these people are here, like, you can tell it's a happening. Like they're there because they heard something wild was going down. So they're just kind of in it for like a party vibe. And
It's
like,
a cover. It's a cover. There's an attack going on. This is a masquerade cover.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
So we're going in through the back. Willow, Alex, be careful not to be seen, or like you can hide your faces or whatnot. I'm looking like a dog.
Oh, I'm never seen. Let's go.
Yeah. Just
I'm gonna unseen passage.
Yeah.
Or whatever the name of the discipline is now.
yeah, you can do that. That'll take her to be able to move. That's the one that's going to need a rouse check.
Okay, let me roll that rouse check, and I'm gonna. What does a 1 mean again?
1 is a failure.
Oh,
So you
I
get
failed that
hunger.
rouse check.
Yeah, you get hunger. And I believe Cadence and Willow, you are also employing powers of the blood to.
yep.
So yeah, Roman,
If it
what are
surprises
you?
no one, Cadence is hungrier.
Oh shit! How are you navigating this?
I'm actually probably going to. I'm probably going to try to. I'm obviously like not dressed for it terribly well, but I'm probably going to try to keep an eye out in the front of the club, kind of like stop anybody who wants to try to get in through the back. Or more or less like just kind of keeping an eye out on the front in the front where all of the protests are going on, and I am strapped.
Okay, cool. All right. Is anyone doing anything else to assist in their clandestine maneuvers?
I'm trying to think.
Willow, why don't you give me a double wits roll?
Yeah. All right, let's look at my sheet.
But yeah, I think my main goal is going to be to try to block anybody who wants to who might try to physically get in through the back
Sure.
if they're aware that it exists.
3 successes.
Willow, you remember that these guys had a thing that let them scan for people who don't have
Blank
heartbeats,
bodies, yeah. They sure did.
and it's been a couple months, so they very well might have replacements.
Replacements, yeah. She's gonna relay that to them, and she says, "Just saying, I would be wary of showing your face. They know if it's they can tell if you're not breathing and if you don't have vitals.
Oh,
The best you could do to protect yourself is cover your fucking face."
no problem.
Gotcha.
I kind of like get a scarf and cover
Good.
cover cover up most of my face.
But
and then
Blush of Life wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Blush of Health, yeah.
Okay, make the rouse check for that.
Sure.
Can I do that as well while I'm also in dog form?
You can also do that, yeah.
Alright.
I failed my rouse.
So you get a little hungrier.
Yep.
Oh, Cadence is so hungry.
Okay, so yeah.
Always.
So yeah.
I love it.
Willow, how did you make your rouse check for the?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
You're
still
good?
too hungry
Okay.
right now.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, so Alex, Cadence, Willow, and Dog Cadence are able to very easily slip in sort of the back way around one of the other buildings next to the asylum that leads to the back entrance of the club. Roman, you're able to kind of just sort of meander as kind of part of the crowd, but kind of not, kind of hanging out around that area and just sort of keeping watch on things. So you guys get to the back entrance of the club. Alex, you know the key code to the back door, so you can enter that in and just slip into the club as easy as you like.
All right, and I'm definitely doing that. And where I don't want to. Does this version of obfuscate only break if someone sees me do it, or does interacting with things break it?
You can do like minor interactions, like
All right.
punching in a code would be fine. Like you like actually opening the door would probably break it.
All right, cool. So I'll unlock the door, and when it clicks, I'll kind of I'll step back and let them open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cadence
Yeah.
will just like push,
Yeah.
push into it.
Yeah, Cadence, you're able to like dog open it, like just like brute force push it open,
Mhm.
and the three of you are able to slip inside.
And then of course she closes it behind her,
Yeah.
behind them.
And within a few moments, this like very jacked, shirtless guy just sort of like bounds down the stairs, and like sees the dog there and is just like, "What the fuck?"
Is he someone actually Eyes of the Beast, please. I want to know if this guy's alive or dead.
Okay.
That's
or
no, I sense the beast. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's the wrong one.
Yeah, make the roll for that. It doesn't require a rouse check, but you gotta
Yeah, I do have to
make the roll.
Actually, this pool is all hunger dice, just like I like it.
Alex, you recognize this guy as one of Vicky's boy toys.
Okay.
So before Cadence has a chance to murder him, I'll sort of hopefully signal and hope she notices me giving her the thumbs up on this guy.
Okay.
So, well, what did you roll, Cadence?
I got a 1.
You don't sense any beast. Alex, are you breaking obfuscate at this point?
No.
Do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just like, he looks very, very confused at a dog that just suddenly, like, apparently teleported in through a door. He gets on, like, an earpiece, like, Vicky, we got a dog?
She's gonna, like, sort of try to lead him away so the other two can go up the stairs.
I'm gonna text to Vicky, the dog is with me.
There's, like, some back and forth on the earpiece, and like, he clearly doesn't understand what the fuck is happening, but he's like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, dog, like, you wanna go up? dog?
She
Up,
Like, why am
growls
I
at him
talking?
in the most
up,
menacing
dog?
way possible and
What's
then
up, dog?
darts up the stairs.
I love this so much.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys get up to kind of like the business area of the asylum, where like Vicky and two other members of her coterie that you know, Alex, and a couple of their assistants, let's say, are like they are in full on like engaging all of the security cameras, like in sort of like secure panic mode, lockdown mode, like looking everything. They've got cameras on the outside, like they're scanning the interiors. And
Now
like,
I will drop obfuscate.
okay.
Vicky, baby.
She just jumps and like she's like, okay, okay, cool. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Of course. What's going on?
Uh, Crowd of fucking mortals decided that we're the devil.
I don't think that's what's going on. I think they're actually a cover. I think that's a masquerade cover. I think you're going to be attacked pretty soon by Inquisition.
Shit.
Yeah.
Can I like still like make people voice when I'm a dog?
No,
or no?
you gotta
No.
make dog voice when you're a dog.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Never mind then.
Oh.
She would have let them know that because Alex would know that they were actually sighted at a club nearby, not this one specifically.
Well,
So-
it wasn't a club nearby. It was like it was a
It's like
it was
down
just
the
a
street,
look.
right?
Yeah, it was just like down the street.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
But yeah. So Roman, outside the building, are you just like you think they've probably made it back there by now? So what are you doing now, Roman?
Oh, I'm sorry. So if they've made it back there, then I'm probably I'm probably still keeping an eye out. Specifically, I'm trying to find anybody who has anybody who's looking at weapons or like the. I'm trying to get a sense of who is leading this chant.
This
Uh,
mob.
Just trying to get a sense among who all is here. Who's just like, I'm just here because someone said something.
I heard there's gonna be a fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard that this place is problematic on Twitter versus I have decided that this place is problematic and I'm posting it on Twitter.
Okay, give me a wits leadership roll, please.
Oh, thank you. All right, sounds good. All right, I got 5 successes. What do tens do?
Tens are a critical if they're paired with another 10.
Right. So yeah, just 5.
Just 5 successes, that's more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So yeah, you are able to scope the crowd. Kind of like your instincts really kick in high gear. You see where like the lines of communication are established. Like to the extent that this thing is organized, you find a truck that's kind of in the back of the parking garage. It's a pretty nice, like new, like it's like a 2018 model Chevy.
License plate details.
Yeah, you can get the license plate off of it.
Okay.
There is a couple people standing up in the bed. One of them clearly with like a walkie-talkie, and another one that's like sitting down, like talking with people. And you see like there are runners coming from them. The side of the truck you see has like one of those like magnetic stick-ons. Says Axel Brothers Security.
Yep, those
Okay.
are the boys.
And
And you see, actually like kind of standing on top of the cab of the truck, you see a guy who has a like leather messenger bag on his side. And is wearing like dark sunglasses. Who's just kind of scanning the crowd.
mhm. And Do I get a good count of how many of them I suspect are part of this unit?
You see 3 of them who are clearly in charge.
Okay. All right.
And like looking at them a little bit, you actually like, oh, they're like, you can see that they all have similar features, the 3 of them.
All right. I will relay that information via text message, probably to Willow.
Okay. Yeah. So well, you get that information pretty post haste, and Vicky's all like, we this just kind of came down on us about an hour ago. Um, fuck.
Yeah, you guys probably got to get out of here. I'll be completely honest with you. I just get the feeling like fire is going to break out, something like that. I have a van.
He's like, no, I'm not. This is my fucking castle, Willow.
No,
Cool.
she can't leave the asylum. The asylum must be protected.
I get the message from Roman, and I say, leather briefcase lets him see everything, is what I text to.
They're going to identify every one of us as vampires, and that's fine. If Vicky were to leave, she'd never be forgiven.
Cadence is going to go back to regular Cadence.
And suddenly there's a person there. Like a couple of the assistants like visibly blanch. Like they haven't seen anything this supernatural before. They some of them like one of them gets up and like goes to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's their problem. So if they're probably looking for a response to confirm whether or not there actually are undead folks here.
I think that they probably already know.
Yeah, but they're waiting. They're trying to draw them out, and then they'll respond.
Sure, because I don't think they're willing to fight a member of the asylum in the asylum. That would be suicide.
Right. So what can we do to hinder these guys from a distance?
Vicky, what do you want to do here?
I have an idea.
She's like, I don't know. This just came upon. I thought we were pretty well hidden. These fucks. I mean, they've been making problems all over town.
They're working with mages.
What?
They're working with mages.
Found that
I'm gonna
out.
go
right?
outside and help. I'm gonna go outside and help Roman. You can convince Vicky to do whatever it is she needs to do. I'm going to try to solve this problem outside.
Okay, don't get close.
I'm gonna leave the van on. So
Okay.
just saying.
Okay, Roman, what are you up to out there?
So I see that everybody's kind of like everybody's got their blood up and people are shouting and stuff. I'm gonna give somebody just the nudge they need to turn it into a mosh pit that is outside of the control of the guys who are running this shit.
Yeah. So while you're starting to do this, you've been hearing some like of the scuttlebutt that's going on. And like the major theme that you've been able to pick up is that like they're accusing this place of being a sex trafficking hub.
Okay.
I would like for you to give me are you just like riling people up with words? Are you actually like slamming into people? How are you kicking this off?
I am going to grab maybe like 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And like just kind of circling around the main group of them, and I'm gonna pick maybe 3 or 4 people to mesmerize and get them to start swinging.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, that I believe takes some rouse checks at the very least.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me a rouse check. We'll let one roll ride for this.
Okay.
But it'll be at an enhanced difficulty.
Sure.
Well,
I'm a hungry boy.
Oh boy.
I'm getting there. I believe I am currently at 3.
Oh boy, that'll make this roll fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab this.
What I gotta do, damn it.
And
so Willow, are you heading out the back way again?
Yeah, she's gonna go back into her car and see if she has a silencer in there.
Oh shit.
I'm about to shoot into a crowd. Every fucking time with these fucking hunters, I have to shoot into a fucking crowd. What is it with these people making me do this?
All right.
You're gonna shoot.
Go ahead and make
Oh my god.
Yeah, were you in obfuscate the whole time, Willow? Oh, but
I was-
you talked to somebody. So,
I talked to someone, came
so-
out of it.
so
I'm
you're
just
gonna
gonna
need to
roll to go back
reestablish-
in.
You're gonna need to reestablish your obfuscate.
All right, I am a little bit hungry.
Oh boy. All right. So yeah, you are able to slink out. So why don't you give me that manipulation dominate roll?
All right. Manipulation plus dominate. Oh wait. Go. All right. 4 successes.
4 successes. That is just enough to do it. And what exactly do you command these people to do?
I'm going to command them to start swinging.
Okay. So Willow,
Get violent.
about the time you get to your car, you start to hear shouts, like angry shouts, and you like smell a little bit of blood in the air as this protest crowd. It starts off with a couple fights here and there, but then a few moments later, it erupts, and everyone who was just there for a good time, everyone who was here to fuck some shit up, just it's like a campfire that gets caught on some dry leaves and spreads to the surroundings, and this parking lot turns into a fucking riot. And that's where we're going to leave it off for tonight.
Oh,
How dare
breathe
you,
it
sir?
in.
I know. Well, it's 10 o'clock, so that's the time.
Yeah, it's getting to be
It
about
is.
that time.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for playing. Thank you for coming back after the break. Does anyone have anything they'd like to plug before we leave?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do a lot of GMing over at twitch.tv/surprise round RPG.
Oh, fantastic.
And I just wrapped up a years
30-odd
long
session.
Yeah, it was like a 1.5 year long game of Masks: The Next Generation called Valor Academy.
Cool.
And I encourage people to head over there and check that out. It is a good work that I'm very proud of, and we've got a ton of other really cool games run by very talented people with unique art and the various assets that were paid for.
Painstakingly?
Painstakingly paid for and worked on.
I know nothing about that.
Oh yeah, by a slew of very talented artists, and so
Overworked artists.
I encourage you guys to go check that out.
Cool. Anybody else?
As always, I draw things for folks for money sometimes if you want me to. A lot of my art is on this stream. It's like the character portraits and whatnot. And soon I will have one for Roman because he is just a gem and I need to draw him next. So if you go to, if you search MCK Does Art on Facebook, I have my commission rates. I have examples of all of my work. Please throw me money.
Absolutely. She does a great job. Yeah, pretty soon you're going to see her work on the Dungeons and Dragons game that's going to be coming out on this channel.
So excited.
So look forward to that. Mo, James, anything?
I have on Duets with Dice, I recently put up the second part of the second episode of Promise of Vines.
Cool.
And the third is in production.
Yeah.
When are we going to see that Night in Question review? That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh my God, Scott! It's like
When
4
are we gonna
hours.
see that? It was like 3 hours. Yeah, it was.
I have to edit it, mate.
Well, send it
You
to
had months.
send it to Christian.
Anyway, man, I hope that doesn't get canceled.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
If it does, then it's good that it does. But man, I hope it
I
doesn't.
really hope it doesn't come to that, but if it
Anyway,
happens, it happens.
James,
Stop yet.
what you got going
Very
on?
important.
I do have something going on. So, my tabletop horror RPG, The Midnight World, we hit our Kickstarter goal in less than 22 hours, and
Wow.
we
Dope.
funded at just over 170% of
Wow.
our asking
That's
goal.
awesome.
So we are still working hard. I'm actually about to put an update out just to let people know I haven't forgotten them, because I did take 5 days off after the end of that maddening Kickstarter
Well
campaign.
earned.
Thank you. But that does not mean, just because the Kickstarter is over, does not mean that the Midnight World is going into hibernation. In fact, we're kicking into high gear. So we are working on all of the we're working on the delivery for things like the beta packet that the certain level backers can have access to, and contacting certain people about the art that is going to be drawn into the book based on their recommendations. But most importantly, this weekend, April 4th and 5th, we will be attending and hosting a panel at Virtual HorrorCon. If you go to www.gehennagaming.com, you will be able to find a link for Virtual HorrorCon, which is a horror tabletop RPG convention that you can attend entirely from the comfort of your COVID-19 free, we hope, living room. And the Midnight World will be running 6 sessions there. My brother and I will also be hosting a panel entitled Using Horror Tabletop RPGs as Therapy. I will be also helping on a panel called Designing Impactful NPCs for Your Game, and our illustrious artist, Lucas Ryan, will be helping on a panel about art in tabletop horror RPGs. So please drop by, give the Gehenna Gaming guys a bit of your cash, because they are super cool dudes. And yeah, that's it.
Cool. Yeah, and I will actually be running a game at Virtual HorrorCon as well. It's going to be a Vampire 5th Edition Dark Ages conversion. So you can sign up for that and roleplay with me. I need to double check if it's okay to stream that, because I know they have like official stream games, but I don't know if they're cool with streaming the non-stream games. If they are, it'll be streamed on this channel.
Oh yeah.
I definitely talked to Rick about it, but I think he said that it was okay.
Cool. I'm gonna pop in the Discord in a bit. But yeah, you can sign up for that. I think tickets for that are like $10 for my game. I don't know how many slots are filled because they haven't told me yet. Hopefully some. But if there aren't and you want to play, fuck yeah. I'm also going to be on one of the mainstreamed events as a player, the Aeon Continuum Trinity game at 11 p.m. on Saturday. So you can see this as a player. So that'll be fun. But yeah, and check that out. All the proceeds for that are going to COVID-19 related charity. So you can help the world by having some cool ass horror games. Yeah, that's what's going on with me. And yeah, so at this point, I'd like to go ahead and thank the patrons of Simulacra Studios. You can go to that link down there to support the show, patreon.com/Simulacra Studios, if you'd like to support the show and the channel. You can also give us money via subscribing to Twitch or throwing bits on Twitch if you like, but really the best way is to visit that link. And I'd absolutely 100% like to thank my $5 patrons, which includes Mr. James Davey, Ms. Mo Ferrer, Miss Abby Peterson, Michael Tyson, David Haddad, Eric Ramos. I think I've got everybody there. Thank you so much for them, because man, $5 a month is great in these uncertain times. But yeah, so from everyone here at Simulacra Studios and Burn It Down, thank you. Please stay safe. And who's going to do it this time?
Oh, this is very
Can
important.
we just go on 3?
Austin doesn't know about this. This
I
is
think
very important.
I would like to take the reins on this.
Okay, cool.
All right. Unless one of the ladies would like to do it.
No,
Oh, no,
that's all you did.
please.
All right. So on 3 together. 1, 2, 3. Fuck
Nazis.
Oh yeah. All right. Good.
Cool. All right. See you later, guys.
Bye.